Hi everyone. First time's the charm. Welcome to... I almost just called my own goddamn show Thursdays with Maury. First of all, it's Tuesdays with Maury. Second of all, it's not even a pun. I don't know what I was thinking, but hi. Don't worry about... If you're watching live, sorry about the technical difficulties. If you're watching the archive, then hi, welcome to Breakfast and Ben. I was going to bring a game show off that wasn't out yet, but it broke. The cloud save stuff wasn't quite working. So instead, I'm bringing this, Rivals of Aether. It's a game I play a lot, and I figured it's my show. I'm going to do what I want. And, you know, I'm just going to hop in here and play some online with some people. If you've never seen this before, it is similar to a Super Smash Bros. Melee. Game audio is very loud. Okay, thanks for the note. Still doing this on the fly. You know, I'm doing this show by myself. I figure if I just practice enough solo streaming, I'll get better at it, and I'll eventually be able to do some really fun stuff. So, you people are getting on the ground floor of it, which is really quite something. I don't know how to turn... Oh, here we go. Let's turn the game audio down to -5 instead of 0. That seems right. Okay. I think I turned the music off, which is a shame because the music in this game is fantastic. Yeah. Here we go. Great. There we go. Everything's ready to go, and we're gonna hop in. I'm gonna show off some of these new characters that have just been added pretty recently. If I can find somebody with good ping. I didn't even consider that it's Thursday morning and there might not be a ton of people playing this right now. This isn't the most popular game in terms of like current active players. You can find someone during, you know, prime time. But let's just hop in here. There we go. So this is, I'm in the chat too. If you have questions, use the Ask a Question feature. It's gonna be a little hard for me to talk while I play, at least while I feel this guy out. This guy's good. I can just tell right away. So this is one of the new characters, Eliana. She's a snake. It's a mech snake. They added her, and as well as another character recently. And so I am not very good with her yet. Oh, wow. But she's fun as hell. She's got like an overheat gauge. All of her special moves require like that missile and stuff, build up that meter above my head. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch to one of my mains to play against this guy. That's the thing about like learning a new fighting game character, right? It's fun and rewarding initially if you can practice against somebody who doesn't know what they're doing as much, because you don't really know what you're doing. Like I know what all of my moves are. I know how to do some very basic combos, but I don't know how to implement them, especially versus certain characters, like Raster here, this bird I'm fighting. I'll be answering some questions in between rounds, so go ahead and use the Ask a Question feature there. But in the meantime, I'm just trying not to get 3-stocked by this guy, because that's not how you start out a stream. If I get 1 kill on this guy, I'll be okay with it. So when you overheat, your mech turns red and you can no longer hover. I can kind of like fly around here. But you lose that ability, but you do get a stronger move, like an aerial smash attack that does a ton of knockback, a ton of damage. It's basically your best finishing move, but you lose your recoverability option. So here I have it now. It's that little fiery move. Honestly, I'm tired of this guy's shit. There we go. See? Easy. This is a game, this is probably one of the games of the competitive genre that I play that I'm actually okay at. Like for somebody who's put a few thousand hours into Dota, I'm like very middle of the road. So let's change up here and play one of my main characters here, Crag. Let's go ahead and load up the questions and get ready. I'm rusty. That's my excuse. And you all know I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not a liar. I'm a nice guy. And nice guys always finish first. But in this circumstance, oh boy, that was rough. This is suddenly very laggy. It feels like packet loss. It doesn't feel like lag. It feels like missed inputs. I don't even remember what I was saying. When I was considering a replacement for the game I was gonna bring, I didn't consider that this one would be tough to play and talk about at the same time. But we will make do, because it's my stream, goddammit, I can do whatever I want. Please watch it. Also, I wanted to mention, if you have stuff you would like to see me play, you know, it could be stuff I'm already interested in. I'm interested in learning about new things. Just send me a DM on the site. I would love to kind of figure out what y'all want to see. There we go. I'm getting it back a little bit here. So this guy's whole thing is like, he's one of the heavies, right? He's slower. It hits harder, but he's about like zone control. He's very strong in close range. We both just killed ourselves. All right, time to look at the chat. Does the game have one-to-one characters with Smash? Is this a Yoshi? Is there a Yoshi? Your only one-to-one character. Even the one-to-one characters are a little different, but Zetterburn, the fire guy he was playing last round, is very much like Fox. Outside of that, like the new Eliana character is kind of like Bowser Jr. from Smash 4. There's certain characters that have similarities with certain characters, but the thing that makes this game cool is it's designed as a competitive fighting game from the ground up, which means they can take those core ideas from certain characters and then, you know, cover up their weaknesses. And because like that's the thing about Smash, is there's only like 6, depending on who you ask, like 5 or 6 viable competitive characters in a huge roster, which is a shame because like character variety is one of the important things of a fighting game, to me at least. But since this game is designed to be a fighting game, you know, Smash is designed to be a party game, you can get really creative with those kind of core Smash ideals. Woo! This skin I'm using is called Burrito Crag. You can see why. Normally he's not burrito themed. This is a special skin. Also, one of the big differences from this and Smash is there's no shield, there's a parry. And if you parry a move, they kind of fall helpless for a few seconds and you can punish. So it encourages offense over defense. Like, you have to have a good defense still, obviously, it's a fighting game, but you can't just sit and shield. You know, you can't just like projectiles you have to be a lot more active against. You can't just like block. I'm trying to style on this guy, but I just won instead. Are you considering any platform fighters for ranking your fighters as well? I'd love for you to teach the other two how to play them. You know, that's like a conversation we have to have down the line. There's a lot of fighting games that we're excited about. We have this like pretty hefty doc of, you know, different fighting games, and we're getting suggestions all the time of weird hidden gems and stuff. I think there will be a time and a place to have that discussion with them. I don't even know how I feel about it, but we'll see. I shouldn't change characters. I've been learning a lot of different characters in this game. This is the first fighting game that I've put a lot of time into and don't really know like I don't really have like a single main. It depends on character matchups. It depends on how I'm feeling that day, how good my like tech skill is. You know, on any given day, I might like a certain character more or less. Oh, fuck, I lived. Ooh. I just noticed this guy's name is a really clever username, which is actually pretty close to my old OkCupid username. Boy, I thought it was really funny back then. Now I just know I'm funny. I'm fucking... I tried to think of a famous comedian to like reference myself or compare myself to. And the one that came to my mind is Don Rickles. So I'm very much the Don Rickles of video game. Disregard this whole conversation. Okay, here we go. I bet I can do something cool here. Ah, it's close. I just fell and died. All right, let's check in with Kat here. I wasn't listening. Have you seen The Verdict Guilty on Steam? I don't know what that is. Ben, as a person who knows very little about fighting games, what's a good game out now to get into the scene? Depends what kind of game you see yourself liking. So I'm gonna play a new character here. This is kind of the deception character, they call him. He uses a lot of like smokes and tricks and clones and stuff. Jeff and I talked about this 2 weeks ago on our after show. If you're looking for a good game to like learn about fighting games, how fighting games work, kind of what you should be doing, why you should be using certain moves, the tutorial, wow, this is really laggy all of a sudden. The tutorial in the Undernight In-Birth games are phenomenal. That game, when you look at it, if you don't know anything about fighting games, might put you off because it looks anime as fuck. And anime games traditionally have a reputation for being very tough. But this is unplayable. I'm just gonna kill myself and find a new opponent. Anime games have a reputation for being impenetrable and full of systems and stuff. And Unil definitely has a layer of that, but only at the top. Like there's no air dashing. There's less stuff to worry about, but really the draw there is the tutorial. It like teaches you should watch the quick look for it. It'll teach you like, why do you want to use a medium fireball versus a heavy fireball in this situation? And stuff like that. Let's try and find a new opponent here. I'm gonna try and money match this guy. This game added a fun little thing where you can earn some currency while you play down here and then challenge other people to money matches. He doesn't want to do it. I don't blame him. He doesn't know who I am. He just left. But if you want to get in a fighting game that's like in the zeitgeist right now and is going to stay for a long time, pick up Dragon Ball FighterZ. It'll be kind of tough to understand what's going on. The best thing you can do is try and find somebody, like a friend or maybe somebody in the forums. Like, we have a lot of really cool people who are willing to teach you all about fighting games on the site. But yeah, FighterZ is going to be like in the scene for a good while. So it wouldn't be a bad decision to learn that one. And the last one I would probably suggest is Street Fighter V. At this point, it's probably worth checking out. You're not gonna have all the characters unless you wanna blow a bunch of money on them right away. But that's not gonna be a huge problem because when you're learning how to play fighting games at all, you're probably gonna pick one character and stick with them and not know what any of the other characters do anyway. Oh, fuck. Is that any Northgard? No, I've seen a lot of my similar gaming interest friends talk shit about Northgard, like in a good way. So, I don't know, I'll check that out. There we go. This game's music fucking rules, man. They did an amazing job of like mimicking 16-bit stuff in a lot of them. I'll pick, when it's my turn to pick a stage, I'll pick my favorite one for the music alone. Oh, I was gonna play a different character. I totally forgot. Fuck. This game's so fun. This is like the most fluid one of the most fluid, like, one-on-one competitive video games I've ever played. Like, the reason I like these games, like, I like fighting games for a lot of different reasons. The reason I like this platform fighters so much is it's like 0% about remembering combos. Well, not 0%. It's very little about remembering combos. It's more about like feeling your combos. Because of the way percentages work, if you don't know anything about Smash really briefly, the higher your percent, the further you get knocked back, right? So combos are a lot more fluid because something that works when your opponent's at 0% isn't going to work when they're at 100%. Hi, Jan. Jan's here. Nobody fucking tell Jan about what happened earlier, okay? Thank you for the fighting game advice. And also, what is the worst breakfast food? Grapefruit. Grapefruit fucking sucks. I like Squirt, and that's about all I like when it comes to grapefruit. Sorry, grapefruit lovers in the chat, but one day you'll see the truth. It's just, why would you, oof, I'm gonna get real heated about grapefruit. Why would you eat a grapefruit when you could eat an orange? Or grapes? Both of those are better. Also, like, grapefruit, there's a good Wikipedia article about, like, grapefruit fucks with medication and nobody knows why. There's like a list of several medications you can't take or you can't eat grapefruit while you take. Fuck, this guy's all over me. I gotta focus, but also talk about why grapefruit sucks. And nobody knows why. Grapefruit's like actively trying to kill humanity. So this character can, you know, split clones out. You control one, and the other one, it's actually, this game has some of the most clever design of a game I've kind of experienced. So your clone will automatically start running towards the opponent, and it'll kind of dance around them and jump around. But if you hit the button again that you used to summon it, it'll run away and act like it's, you know, trying to avoid the opponent. So I haven't even started laying down smoke yet, really. There's much to think about when it comes to this game. So like you can hop in the smoke here and then summon a clone, and then like, which one am I, you know? It's cool. Like this character has no smash. That was good. This guy's got his combos down. I'm gonna really focus for this last stock. Excuse me. There we go. Oh, he's not dead. Okay. Now I can talk more about whatever the fuck I was saying. Grapefruit sucks. Even like, you know, grapefruit sucks because people are like, oh, just put a little bit of sugar on it. Like, no, I don't want to. If I'm eating a fruit, I don't want to have to go an extra step outside of like rinsing it. The moment you start telling, or like peeling it, the moment you start telling me I have to add things to a fruit to make it good, you've already lost. Your fruit sucks. Oh, I hate grapefruit. Yeah. That was inside of my head and there's nothing I could have done about it. What's your preferred input method for platform fighters? Controller, fight stick, keyboard? I'm using the 360 controller right now. This game does offer GameCube support. Let's play another character here. I'll play Frog Boy. I like him a lot. I really like the GameCube controller because you don't have to worry. You have extra buttons up here, so I've bound like, you know, in this game you can jump, or you can short hop if you just like tap the jump button. But you can also just bind it to a key, and so you don't have to worry about tapping it. A lot of people like playing it with keyboard and mouse, which I guess it's just keyboard. I can't imagine doing that in keyboard. Ah, I'm shrinking. Ah! Forgot what I was saying. I'm little now. So this guy is very much just like a rush down offense base. He's similar to Sheik, if you're familiar. And my opponent here is kind of a hybrid of Marth and Roy. Let's see if I can. Oh. I love this character because I love Vor. That's not true. It's gross. Ugh. I'm trying to show off my favorite move instead of actually fighting him, so I have to wait for that moment to come. One of my worst habits in fighting games, and Jeff and Jason and I were all talking about this, is like you have that one move you want to do, and it's because like you're showing off a video or you're new and you just like know how good it is, but there it is. That's fun. You do like you miss your one opportunity, your one real opportunity to do it, and then you start to like think about it too much, and so you start to incorporate it way more than you should, and you end up like losing because of it. Maybe after this one, oh, we still got plenty of time left. I doubt I'll be able to, but I'll try and hop in and find a ranked match. Because why not? Sadly, I didn't even get a chance to eat breakfast this morning. I woke up late. I missed my bus. Like, it got to the point where, let me tell you about moving from a major city like San Francisco to a smaller city like Oakland. Suddenly, instead of buses running every 5 minutes, they maybe run every 20 minutes if you're really off route. Let's check out Ori from Ori in the Blind Forest. So I missed like a bus, which meant I had to wait a really long time for another bus. Got here. Yep, haven't eaten breakfast yet. It's a shame. Like, I don't even know why you can call this stream Ben and Breakfast. Is that what it's called? No, it's called Breakfast and Ben. That makes more sense. So Ori's cool in that is Ori the, God, I fucking can't believe I can't remember this. If Ori is the ball or if Sign is the ball. But basically, you know, it's platform fighters are 2-button games. You have like a normal button and a special button, and then your directions will change up what moves you do. All the normal buttons are on, I'm gonna say this is Sign, the fox-like creature here. All your normal moves are on Sign, and then all your special moves are with Ori. So you can kind of do this little laser thing, and the orb will follow me wherever I go, kind of like the game. This is actually like such a cool integration of a character, like, I'm trying to say like less. This reminds me, nope, I'm just starting over on this sentence. You can do that now, and people aren't allowed to say anything. It's cool. The designers of this game found a really interesting way of bringing a character with already established moves into a fighting game. I know it's not the first time that's happened, but this might be the best example of one I've seen since like Kuma in Tekken is like the other only really awesome one I can think of. And Geese and Noctis, but like this character's moves work so well in the context of this game. You've got your you can like charge up the move, charge up this B move thing. You got the little parachute for recovery. You can bound. Remember that? Who else remembers? This character's also super fast. And as somebody who typically plays slower characters, it's hard for me to deal with sometimes. Yikes. Let's go. I lost my chance. Oof. Oof, doof. This character's best kill opportunities is that kind of upwards energy looking thing. But the problem is you gotta be under him to do it, and the character I'm fighting against is very ground based. I'm dead. That seems like a good time to ask asked questions in the chat. I like drinking IPAs because they taste like grapefruit. That's the worst sentence I've ever read. Is there a fighting game character you love but isn't in their game's meta? That's a really good question. I really like Ganondorf in Melee. Let's play Zetterburn here. Just because that was the first Super Smash character I ever played. I guess I played Pikachu in 64 and stuff, but like seriously, in huge quotes. Funny story. So I was. This was maybe the year that Melee came out. GameStop, my local GameStop in the mall, was having a tournament, and I fancied myself like. I mean, I was really bad, but I fancied myself as pretty good. So I went, I was like $50, store credit was first prize. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna get a free video game, it's gonna be dope. I was probably like 13-ish at the time. So I get there, and I start playing in the tournament, and I'm doing okay, I'm playing Ganondorf. Like it was a lot of people who were just like happened to be there that day and didn't really know the game or anything. And I wasn't like zipping around wave dashing or anything. I wasn't like doing any advanced tech. I just was like a fan of fighting games and a fan of that game in particular. So I was doing pretty good. I made it all the way to grand finals. It was just like a single elimination tournament. I made it all the way to grand finals, and I step up to the setup. And there was a, let's say, 7-year-old child there waiting for me. And he just mops me. I wish I remember the match, but they were over so fast that like, I was like blindsided. It felt like when I played against Ricky Ortiz at NorCal Regionals 2011. It was just like, oh, I don't even know what I could have done better. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did. I don't know what he did. So this kid just mollywops me. And then I'm like leaving. I'm frustrated. I was like, I'm gonna go to fucking Orange Julius. Get like a Orange Julius. And this woman walks up to me and she says, "That was my son." And I'm like, okay. She says, "He's 7." And I just like, it was probably my first experience of extreme salt in my life. Because like, I was kind of mad that he beat me. That was cool what I just did there. I was kind of mad that like I lost to a child, but then his mom coming up to and just like, really like letting me know like, oh yeah, he's a baby and you lost to him. What's the best fruit? That's a fucking hard question. I like bananas a lot. Let's see if we can find a ranked match. I like bananas a lot, like grapes, like apples, like Satsuma oranges. What's the pricing of the game? One-off purchase, paid characters DLC. So all these 8 characters are free. I believe the game is 15. And then they offered bundles of 2 characters for $5 each. So these opposite corner characters, Rano and Clarin, and Sylvanas and Eliana, are both $5 for the pair. This is the other new character they added, Sylvanos. I haven't played much of him. And by much, I mean hardly any. But we're gonna check him out. He's cool because he creates this grass kind of wherever he runs. And you get like you can do special stuff on the grass. I like this guy's custom skin. Not to talk too much about what the game does and not actually show what it does, but another cool thing about this game is you can create your own custom colors. Whoa. This character's cool. He's very ground-based. You can go through walls and stuff. And he's a cool dog. So like, what else? He's got a dive kick, like all cool dogs. This is that same issue I was talking about earlier where it's like, I want to learn these characters, but then once in a while I'll run into people who really know what they're doing. Yikes. I don't really know how to, you can control where you land when you come out through that wall thingy, but I don't really know how yet. Wow, this character's roll is crazy. Look how long that is. Yeah. That's that character. Glad you got a really good look at him. Let's swash off. Let's swash off. This guy plays Crag. I'm like, all right, I see your Crag. And see, he switched to Sylvanas. I'm gonna bring it back to the same stage though. So you can plant that little flower. Normally the way his grass works is he'll lay grass wherever he goes, and as long as he touches the ground again, within several seconds, this guy actually knows how to play this character. Within several seconds, it'll stay. Otherwise, it'll disappear unless he plants that little flower. That'll keep it there until I kill the flower. So that's that parry I mentioned earlier. I mean, you've seen it before, but it's really important to figure out how to land those, especially against like characters with projectiles, characters with like a lot of long range moves, a lot of slower moves. It's just a really good way to get out of aggression. God. This is bad. I can't jump while I'm holding this rock, so I need to get rid of it. Ah! Ooh! This is gonna hurt. This stage is cool. I'm gonna make sure it triggers, but they added this stage in a little bit after the fact. This is the stage that, I actually don't know if that's true. Maybe it was just a beta thing, but this is the stage where in the story mode, the last battle takes place. And they've added something that I wish more fighting games would adopt. You see it a little bit in Street Fighter. You see it a little bit in other games. It's not a new concept by any means, but this game handles it especially well. So if I die here, the stage transforms, the music changes, and I just think that's really fucking cool because we're both on last stock. It only happens when both players are on their last stock. So it's like really fucking hype in tournaments, because like, you know, if a player's behind and make this comeback, the stage changes, the music changes, everyone freaks out. He's getting good about parrying my spikes there. I need to use those less. Ooh, that was a good parry too. This guy's got very strong defense. It makes sense that he would be attracted to characters like Crag and Sylvanas, who are kind of grounded zoning characters versus more combo-oriented rushdown characters like Rano or Zetterburn. And if you understood that sentence, congratulations. a little game of chicken there, and oh fuck, that was cool. Stream's not up on YouTube, even though there's a timer for it, just FYI. You saw how this stream started. I want to rematch with that guy. Play a different character. This combo game is very good too. Keep saying, I shouldn't assume it's a guy. Oh boy, I lived. I keep trying to shoot my fireball, but I keep getting the up B instead. And that's a bummer. But also no Johns. Taunted me. Why did he recover so fast? This is a rough stage for this matchup, I think. I have to kill him off the sides, but I'm much better at killing off the top with this character. So the way this character works is if you catch him on fire with any of his projectiles or any of those moves that catch him on fire, all your smash attacks will send them back twice as far. Who did he taunt? I don't get this guy. I missed. Taunted after all 3 stocks, that's a little excessive, don't you think? All right, going back to Crag. Like, I'm not morally opposed to taunting in fighting games. I think they have a time and a place. I think if you make a huge comeback against somebody who taunted you, I think if you do an incredibly sick combo, there are certain taunts that have hitboxes, and like if you kill with a taunt, you should be able to fucking taunt all you want. But like just beating an opponent who you already 2-0'd, it's not classy. And fighting games are nothing but classy. Nothing if not classy. See, I don't get it. I lost. See, I don't know why he didn't taunt there. That was actually a really good one. Like his other taunts were after pretty mediocre kills. Try to taunt, or not taunt, parry. All right, this is it. We're gonna do this together. It's gonna be the most incredible comeback in the history of Risals of Aver. Oh, fuck, I wanted to do that. Oh, like I did okay. We'll be going to Evo this year. I don't know yet. Did you play some God of War yet? No, but I cannot wait. I never thought there was something they could do to make me want to play a God of War game. But here we are in the year of our Lord 2018, and I want to play God of War. This is the fucking worst stage for my character. I'm frustrated. But you know what? A great fighting game player once told me, if you ever get mad, if you ever get salty, just remember, it's video games. And it works. Because in the end, video games aren't worth getting mad about. Ever. Not ever, but they are rarely worth getting mad about. I missed. This will be my last 2 out of 3 here. Oh, I lost my jump. How did he know? How did he know I was gonna be there? This guy's using a game genie. Can you imagine if you could use like game genie at a fighting game tournament? I can't. It seems like it wouldn't work. Tried to go for something fancy and I got lost. Were you into Lethal League and you're excited for the new one? Yeah, fucking totally. I had the fortune of playing Lethal League at Evo 2011 before it was out. And I was having such a good time with it that I was with the director at the time. I was like, I need to review this game. I hadn't reviewed anything yet. I was like, this game is like pure fun, distilled, and I brought it back to my fighting game friends. We all loved it, so I'm super psyched that there's a new one coming out. Excuse me. Also, I'm just thinking a lot about breakfast right now. Is it too late to get breakfast? Like I have a lunch meeting at noon, which is in like 2 hours. And that's not enough time. And I don't want to get like some kind of half-assed breakfast. Maybe I'll go get like some popcorn from our popcorn machine. A lot of my meals here have become popcorn, and that's not good. Because
it's the best.
Okay, look, it's terrific. But it's not good.
Oh, good for your body? No.
No, yeah, no, it's awful for your insides and probably your outsides in a way too.
Yeah, you know, your fingers get greasy with the butter and then you wipe it on your face.
Yeah, or like the cameras. I mean, I've never done that. What?
Yeah, me too.
Jan, what'd you have for breakfast?
A shitty BART ride.
Same. There was a medical emergency, so we had to sit in a train for 15 minutes. It always feels weird when they announce that on the train. They're like, hey, there's a medical emergency at X and so-and-so station, so we're gonna have to delay here. And my first thought is always just like, ugh. But then I'm realizing like somebody's probably dying or something. And like, if it means me waiting an extra 10 minutes, like, I hope that person's, my first thought should be, I hope that person's okay. But BART commuting has just really jaded everyone. People throw elbows, people push and shove, and this guy has saved me. Only to kill me again. All right, this is our last chance at redemption. If I lose this, it's all over. I've got lag on my side, so I can't lose. Oh my God. Didn't know that's the ping there in the bottom right. Ooh, now the lag is against me. Well, it's 10 o'clock and you know what that means. I'm gonna go pretend that this didn't make me mad. Thanks everyone for joining me. Come back every Thursday. I'm gonna play a different game every week. Like I said earlier, if you have suggestions for stuff you'd like to see, hit me up with a DM on the site. Otherwise, hope you enjoy your breakfast.